A calm home is not just a quiet place. To a baby's brain, a calm home is a prediction machine. Before a baby understands language, before they can say, "I'm safe," the brain is already asking one question again and again. What happens next? Will the voice stay gentle? Will the light suddenly change? Will the room explode with sound? Will the person holding me feel steady? Will the world make sense? This matters because a baby's brain is not slowly waiting to grow. In the first years of life, more than 1 million new neural connections can form every second. That number sounds almost impossible, but it tells us something important. A baby is not just living in the home. A baby is being built by the home, not in a magical way, in a biological way. The repeated sounds, faces, routines, touch, and emotional tone around the baby become part of the pattern the brain learns to expect. And I notice that many parents misunderstand this. They think a calm home means a boring home. No laughing, no playing, no real life. But that is not calm. That is pressure wearing a soft voice. A truly calm home is not silent. It is readable. The baby hears a voice and knows it will not suddenly become sharp. The baby sees a face and knows it will return after looking away. The baby feels a rhythm and slowly learns, this world has order. That kind of predictability gives the brain a gift most adults underestimate. It reduces the amount of energy the baby has to spend scanning for danger. When the nervous system is always trying to figure out whether the room is safe, learning becomes harder. But when the body feels protected enough, the brain can do something deeper. It can notice. It can connect. It can listen to the parent's voice. It can study the face. It can rest after stimulation instead of staying on alert. Harvard researchers often describe serve and return as one of the basic ways adults build a child's brain. The baby makes a sound, looks, reaches, or cries. The adult notices and responds. That back and forth strengthens the brain's connections. But here's the part I think many people miss. Serve and return need space. If the home is always rushed, loud, and emotionally crowded, the parent may miss the serve, and the baby may miss the return. So the lesson is not make your home perfect. The lesson is this: make your home easier for your baby's brain to read. A calmer home does not make a baby less prepared for life. It gives the baby a safer place to begin understanding life. And for a developing brain, that beginning matters more than we think. A calm home changes what the baby's brain has to spend energy on. In a chaotic room, the brain keeps asking, is that sound important? Is that face safe? Is the voice about to change? Is the body being moved again? Where did my parent go? What is coming next? This does not mean the baby is thinking those exact words, but the nervous system is always doing a version of that math. It is scanning, sorting, reacting, trying to predict. And prediction is expensive when the world keeps changing too quickly. This is why calm is not just a mood. Calm is a form of biological efficiency. When the environment becomes more predictable, the baby's brain can stop using so much energy on alarm and begin using more energy on connection. The face becomes easier to study. The voice becomes easier to hear. The body becomes easier to relax. The next moment becomes easier to trust. I think this is where many parents accidentally underestimate the home. They think learning comes from special objects. The best toy, the best book, the best music, the best activity. But for a baby, the emotional climate around those things matters just as much as the things themselves. A book read by a tense adult is not the same as a book read by a present adult. A lullaby sung in a rushed room is not the same as a lullaby sung in a room that is slowed down. A toy in a loud, unstable environment is not the same as one simple object offered inside safety. The baby does not only receive the activity, the baby receives the state of the person and the room around the activity. That is why a calm home can make ordinary moments more powerful. A diaper change becomes a predictable exchange. A feeding becomes more than milk. A bath becomes a transition the body recognizes. A parent entering the room becomes a signal of safety, not sudden intensity. And once those patterns repeat, the brain begins to build expectation. This is where the science of relationships becomes practical. Researchers describe healthy early development as happening through repeated, responsive, back-and-forth interactions. The baby looks. The adult notices. The baby makes a sound. The adult answers. The baby reaches. The adult responds. These tiny exchanges shape brain architecture, but they are easier to catch when the room is not constantly competing for attention. A calm home protects these small exchanges. It gives the parent more chances to notice. It gives the baby more chances to respond. And it gives both nervous systems a better chance to find the same rhythm. This does not mean stress must disappear. Real homes have dishes, laundry, arguments, phones, bills, visitors, tired parents. But there is a difference between a home that has stress and a home that has no return from stress. A baby does not need every hour to be peaceful. A baby needs repeated proof that after noise, softness can come back. After tension, repair can happen. After a busy moment, someone will help the body settle again. That repeated return may be one of the most powerful lessons a home can teach. Not that life is always calm, but that calm is reachable. And for a baby's brain, that lesson becomes a foundation. The world can change and still become safe again. The home that changes a baby's brain is usually not the home people imagine. It is not spotless. It is not expensive. It is not perfectly arranged for social media. It may have laundry on the chair, dishes in the sink, a tired parent reheating coffee for the third time. But underneath the mess, there is something the baby can feel. A rhythm, a soft return, a few reliable signals that tell the body, you are still safe here. This is why I think the calm home is often misunderstood. People imagine calm as decoration, neutral colors, wooden toys, a quiet nursery, a beautiful lamp. Those things can help, but they are not the heart of it. The real calm home is not built mainly with objects. It is built with repeated emotional patterns. The way the parent enters the room, the way voices lower before sleep, the way screens do not dominate every quiet gap, the way a baby is not passed from one stimulation to the next without a landing place, the way the adult can get stressed, then come back. That coming back matters. Because the baby is not learning from one perfect day. The baby is learning from what happens again and again. Again and again, someone notices. Again and again, the room slows. Again and again, the face returns. Again and again, the body is helped back to calm. And over time, those repeated experiences become more than routine. They become the baby's first map of the world. This is where Japanese-inspired home rhythm offers a useful lesson, not as a rule book, but as a lens. Many calm routines are built around transition, shoes off before entering, a bath that marks the day ending, a room that becomes softer at night, fewer things competing for attention, a respect for pause before action. The deeper idea is not Japan is perfect. The deeper idea is that the child's nervous system needs signals, clear beginnings, gentle endings, familiar returns, a home that does not treat every hour like the same hour. If the morning, afternoon, and evening all feel identical, the baby has to work harder to know what state the body should enter. But when the home gives cues, the brain can begin to predict. Bright enough for play, soft enough for sleep, active enough for connection, quiet enough for recovery. This is not about controlling the baby. It is about helping the baby's brain spend less energy guessing. So start small. Choose one signal your home can repeat every day. The same phrase before sleep. The same lower light after bath. The same calm chair after visitors. The same 5 minutes with no phone, no rushing, and no extra performance. Not because one ritual fixes everything, but because the brain learns through repetition. And your baby does not need a perfect environment to benefit from repeated safety. They need enough moments where the world becomes understandable. So if this video gave you a new way to see your home, write calm in the comments. Write calm if you want your home to become easier for your baby's brain to read. And tell me which signal you want to start with. Light, voice, bath, bedtime, a quiet corner? If you want more calm, Japanese-inspired baby psychology that helps parenting feel lighter, subscribe to this channel. Because your home is not just where your baby lives. It is one of the first languages your baby's brain ever learns.